Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Olson, and this is my final presentation over my case study for language development and variability. Throughout the course of our class, we have studied the 5 components of oral language: semantics, morphology, syntax, phonology, and pragmatics. My case study specifically focused on the semantic development of 2 children that I worked with, Chloe and Taryn. You may wonder why I chose to study semantics. My choice is due to the fact that I am a high school English teacher that has very little exposure to elementary age children in their vocabulary development. I am hoping that this study will help me develop tools and and the knowledge to use in a class I will be teaching this next year that is new to me, reading enhancement for struggling readers. Maybe some of the gained knowledge will help me develop new ways of working with my at-risk students. An explanation of what semantic development is as follows. Semantic development refers to a child's learning and storage of the meaning of new words. There are 3 major tasks children need to accomplish to build upon their semantic development: acquiring a mental lexicon of 60,000 plus words from infancy to adulthood, and that mental lexicon refers to the number of words a children can use and understands. Learning new words rapidly is the second major task. For children to adequately learn new words, they need to understand the concept represented by the word, develop a phonological form of the word, and develop a contextual conditions of the word at its initial exposure. The third major task is organizing the mental lexicon in an efficient semantic network. Semantic network refers to how words are stored in the human brain. Words are organized through connections of syntactic and phonological and semantic features, as well as relationships with other words that a child already knows. Understanding whether or not a student is on target using their semantic development can be done through the analysis of the words that they use. The 3 tiers of vocabulary explain what words meet each tier, as well as what words are appropriate for specific age groups of students to be using. Tier 1 words cover basic words. Tier 2 cover more advanced or general academic and literary words. And Tier 3 words are domain-specific or content words. To better elaborate on how the case study unfolded, I have provided some further background information that explains the participants in the case study implementation. Chloe is 7 years old and will be entering 2nd grade this coming year. Taryn is 6 and will be entering 1st grade. And they are both sisters who have been placed in accelerated reading programs throughout their education this far. Both are seen as proficient or beyond proficient readers and have a high level of vocabulary for their age. I wanted to see how the girls would use their vocabulary in situations that they have not necessarily experienced before. And this was done throughout my 3 implementations. The first implementation was using wordless picture book readings, and the second and third implementations were using nonfiction and fictional text, with some topics they had a little bit of background knowledge about and others that they had very little experience with. Now you are going to view a short video clip of Taryn developing her own story for a wordless picture book using Tier 1 and Tier 2 words that demonstrate her competence and high level of vocabulary for a child who will be entering the 1st grade.
In the jungle looking for the mouse, and he got caught. The lion was really scared and mad. And then the mouse was doing something and found out that the lion got trapped, so he ran all the way to the trap that the lion was in. And said, I can help. And the lion said, you're too little. And the mouse said, no. And so the mouse started to nibble on the rope.
As the video and the transcript show, Taryn uses interesting and complex vocabulary, such as the word nibble, to explain what is happening in a wordless picture book titled The Lion and the Mouse. She also uses general nomials, action words, modifiers, personal or social words, and functional words to elaborate what is happening in the pictures of the book. The only type of nomial that isn't addressed is specific. While Taryn could have named the characters, the lion or the mouse, she chose not to. She left their identifiers as the animals that they were, the lion and the mouse. But with that being said, Taryn's overall semantic and vocabulary development seems to be proficient or above proficient because of her ability to generate all of these utterances without any textual guidance other than the illustrations. Taryn's semantic development, as it is now, ensures her ability to accurately interact in conversation through real talk experiences. It also establishes her ability to gain the needed knowledge from text through the use of her mental lexicon and semantic network. Lastly, these are my resources I use to put this information together. Are there any questions?